motherfucker stuck in 1989. That's why his album's called One Less Jim.
Welcome everyone to the final episode of season 4 of the Juggalo Rewind podcast.
Should have brought flowers. Put flowers in the grave. He's going back in the grave for the last time.
For the last time. For now.
Yeah.
We're putting season 4 to rest.
Hold on. You keep talking.
Okay. My name is Peter. That was Chris as he walks in front of the camera. We are the Juggalo Rewind, and we, as you know, deep dive into Juggalo historical albums. This season, we are talking One Less G in the Hood by Blazy Dead Homie, as Chris lights the candle in reverence of
the final ceremony.
As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, we dig through past Juggalo albums and review them track by track, minute by minute, second by second.
Detail by detail, lyric by lyric.
And tell you stories and all kinds of lore.
Yeah.
You didn't change anything from last week, did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay, just checking.
What are you talking about? We left. It's a whole new week.
It looked very familiar. I just wanted to make sure. Season 1, we did Most Tasteless. Season 2, we did Tales from the Lotus Pod. Then Wizard of the Hood. And some bonuses mixed in there. Yeah. And as we said, this season, we did One Less G in the Hood by Blazy Dead Homie. And now we have come to the conclusion. We have gone through all of the songs.
Yeah.
We've done the bonus songs. We've had multiple interviews, which we'll talk about as we go along. And now we're here. We try to wrap it up in a bow. If you're familiar with our past seasons, you kind of know what the wrap-up show is all about. So we have a lot of stuff to get to here. What's going on, Chris? Sorry, I rambled about all of that.
No, I was going back in the archives here to see when did this season start, because if this was a long one, because we had a couple bonuses. You know, we had the Astro Trivia mixed in there.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of bonus, boys.
The first episode was dropped on January 26, 2023. So
and we are now in July.
Over a half a year spent on One Less G in the Hood. Unbelievable.
And technically, I think we had 2 weeks that we missed in between there for different reasons. But you're right. We had multiple interviews. We had trivia. We had 2 weeks of nothingness. So it's all good.
Overall, though, you know, we hit the timestamp. So give us a break. Gave some chance for people to catch up.
That's true.
We had a lot of people catch. Some people are still in Wizard of the Hood, letting us know.
Yeah, people are all over the place, which is fine. That's why we do this.
Cousin Aaron's on Most Tasteless still. I
wouldn't doubt it. He jumped ahead, didn't he?
He listens to just the interviews. He doesn't listen to anything else.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I
enjoy that. So yeah, let's do a little deep diving here into cleaning up the season.
Okay.
I want to kind of get this out of the way, if you don't mind, to dive into some voicemails.
Okay.
So I'm going to mix this in with something else. So we have a couple of those. We already did that. So let's start with a series of voicemails, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
All right. I have them here. So here we go. Turn up the volume. This is, if you've been following us, it's been a couple episodes because we've had some bonus ones, but we have a little back and forth going between two of our longtime viewers.
Fatter whackbackers.
Yes. So this continues their saga. So this is Christmas from Chicago taking a run at Steve from Pittsburgh based on his last voicemail. So
to set the table, in case you don't remember or forgot or haven't heard, they were arguing over the use of hatchet being capitalized.
Yes, among other things. Yes,
that's what started the whole feud.
And he dropped a great. His last. Now you're gonna make me go back and listen to that. His last voicemail had the classic drop, which we can never let go, and is going to be played until eternity on here, which is right here. We'll play that.
What a fucking mark. Oh my God. If you've gone on any longer.
That was summing up his last voicemail, which is fantastic. So this is her retort to that.
Hey, this is Christmas from Chicago, and I wanted to respond to Steve from Pittsburgh, who called me a mark for talking about reverential capitalization on a previous episode. I'm willing to bet that he is just upset that he doesn't have the vocabulary to even understand what the fuck I was saying.
Fair.
He sounds like an antisocial, homeschooled chump who probably calls pizza rolls pizza nuggets or some other weird shit. I'm not really sure why this dude is so obsessed with me. It's kind of weird, if you ask me, but I wish him a very happy life. Oh, also, the MVP of the last episode is definitely fake BK. Thanks.
Fake BK? Is it?
So that was a reference back to another old voicemail drop that we got.
Poor ABK.
So yeah,
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, he caught some. I was about to say Steve caught some shrapnel, but ABK caught
Straight
some
bullets
shrapnel.
left and right in it, and the voicemails.
So following that up, without even knowing that she left that, Steve comes back with another shot fired.
Hey, it's your boy Steve from Pittsburgh. Yeah, this question is going up to Christmas, who I will now refer to as Marky Mark. He's a big fucking Mark. Anyways, Mark, can you please provide us with your profound statement of when Native Funk says, people running, dead man gunning, you better watch your back, the Juggalo with the hatchet is coming. What I want to know is, should the hatchet be capitalized? I mean, you already established that the hatchet in the song Hatchet Love should be capitalized. But what about here? I'll hang up and wait with bated breath your response.
So he's.
I have my opinion, but is there another retort here? So before I make my statement on that,
No, you can make your statement. I think that you can make your statement.
I'm going to say no. He's referring to an actual instrument, right?
Yes,
not the label,
not the giant, not the entity of that. Yes, conglomerate.
The Juggalo conglomerate.
Someone may have leaked that question before we got to air it, so we have a answer to said question, which is pretty lengthy. So let's just get to it.
Hi, this is Christmas from Chicago. This message is for Steve from Pittsburgh, who called in with a question for me. Last I checked, I wasn't a host of the Rewind, but since Steve can't seem to keep my name out of his mouth, here we are.
Fair.
The question was about the lyrics. People running, dead man gunning. You better watch your back. The Juggalo with the hatchet is coming.
How does she know this without it being aired? That's
Steve
crazy.
asked if the hatchet in this line should be capitalized like it is in Hatchet Love. And the answer is absolutely not. You silly nincompoop.
Well, that's uncalled for.
If you were able to focus for 15 seconds, like it took me to explain this concept in the Hatchet Love episode, you would know that the reason Hatchet is capitalized there is because it's referring to psychopathic records as the reverential entity.
Like you
in
just
this
said.
particular case, the hatchet that is mentioned is referring to the tool that is used for chopping. So it's a common noun.
Exactly what you
which
said.
would be written
See, I'm smart.
lowercase.
See, I'm smart, he
Lowercase,
says.
but not necessarily in crayon, which is how I imagine you write your name. Anyway, hope that clears it up for you, Skis.
Notice she called him Skeeve, and not Steve.
Skivoni.
And she also called him out in the last one for calling pizza rolls pizza nuggets.
Man, we maybe we can't do a live show. We might have fisticuffs flowing
It's gonna
in
be
the
like
crowd.
Biggie and Tupac in there.
It's going to be like, I'm just trying to think of whackpackers who got in fights. There's been plenty of them.
Yeah, that's been plenty of them. So, while we're talking about those two,
Yeah.
I feel like we should bring back an oldie but a goodie,
Yeah.
and crown a caller of the year.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's early because we have other phone calls to get to,
Right.
but it's also late in the evening, and
Yeah.
I don't want to call someone too late. So, I am going to dial up someone here. Let's, how do I want to do this? I go there, I go here, I go there. It goes through a carrier.
This is through the Juggalo Rewind official
It
account.
is. Speaker.
I don't know. I have no idea how to do this.
Let's see We have a history of people not picking up our phone calls, so.
Hello?
Hello, Steven. This is Peter and Chris on the Juggalo Rewind podcast. You are live.
You're live, pal.
Oh. What's up?
You're live and in effect, and we are presenting you with Caller of the Year for Season 4.
Really?
Yes. Even though we just played you getting abused and called out for your shenanigans and your dumb questions and your calling of pizza nuggets.
But you know, that was all uncalled for and hurtful.
Yeah. It was slightly hurtful, but we're
I'm going to have to wait to hear that one.
yes, we're here for you and for your past excellence. We are presenting you with Caller of the Year Season 4. Congratulations.
And you win a future drop in every episode because the mark
oh, yeah.
line is etched in history.
Yeah, that's the best drop we've had. So congratulations. How do you feel about this honor being bestowed upon you?
Well, I think it's well deserved.
Oh, man, humble.
You're the man. Oh, he popped him on that one.
I call because I think it's fun, and you guys are fun, and the Juggalo Rewind as a whole is fun. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the acknowledgement as your not tribal chief, but whatever you want to call me.
Well, we appreciate you as being a long-time listener and
Multiple-time caller.
multiple-time caller for sure. And nugget for everyone. I know we've talked about it, but Steve picked me up some stuff at the gathering and mailed it to me, so I was appreciative of that. So
If I had known there was gathering orders going, I had a T-shirt I was eyeing up there. Get that little Killer Clown Smarter Space Boy.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sure that'll be on the web store. It'll be somewhere. So, yeah, we haven't talked about it since, but you know how much I appreciate that you did that for me, so thank you.
Not a problem. Yo, I know Chris is an Esham market. If you want to send an Esham CD, I could send that to him.
Oh, I appreciate it, but that's all right. I don't need any CDs.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a CD player.
But I appreciate you recognizing my Esham fandom.
Good job.
Not a problem.
What else did we have for you? We had a lot of gun talk in the last episode that I wanted to call you on. Differences between 22s and 9s and 380s, but I don't know. I'm sure you can just listen to our nonsense and then call us back.
Call us back after last week's episode, which you've already heard at this point.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and let us know.
We need your expertise on that.
I can provide you with some gun expertise.
You do that, and then we'll provide you with pizza expertise the next time that you're here in Detroit.
That's all I really asked for in return.
All right. Do we have anything else for Mr. Steven? I don't know. I think that was it. Oh,
No, fuck him.
wow. Jesus. He's still on the phone, for Christ's sake.
Sorry.
I didn't hang up yet. Your prize has already been bestowed upon you, so tell the listeners what you have received from us.
Oh, I got a Blaze Your IPA Man glass,
Yes.
which has made its way to my China closet. So, like, that meme that everyone sees with, like, hey, we're having company, break out the good China. Like, the Blaze Your IPA glass is going to get broken out if there's ever company that comes over, along with the Hulk Hogan mug.
Oh, is it a Hulk Hogan mug? We all have our own version of the Hogan mug, so we'll all have to take pictures of the glass and the Hogan mug together, and we'll compare.
Well, mine's like an 80s one, so it's the fine China.
I have the one with like the 3 and the 3. It's like Hogan, Andre, and JYD squaring off with Piper, Volkov, and Sheik, I think.
I don't have that. I have the solo Hogan one. I got the giant Andre one that holds like 6 beers.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
All right, well, we don't want to hold you up too long. I know it's late. We just wanted to show you our respect after we played your voicemails, and thank you for being a loyal contributor.
Well, thank you for providing me with entertainment every week. I appreciate it.
All righty, sir. Well, I'm sure I will talk to you soon. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening.
You guys as well. Thank you.
All right, thanks, sir. Talk to you later.
Bye.
But
Double history, too. First caller to pick up, right?
ooh, maybe that's pretty close.
Yeah, I think maybe.
That's highly possible. Yeah, I'm trying to think of one that did, but
I think someone else has, but very rare. Rare
Yeah.
instance.
so good job, caller of the year, Steve from Pittsburgh.
The top of the fatter whack pack currently. Someone's got to try to knock him off the pedestal.
Yes. If you want to call us next year
Yeah.
or now, 810-666-1570, and you tell us questions, comments, concerns, stories, anything that you want. What should we do next? We have a ton more voicemails, but we can dig into. Do you want to do like the fixes?
Yeah. Oh,
Couple.
how about a little fix? Not fix.
A little boost key of the week.
Yeah, I wish I meant to get a 40 in a brown bag for this
Oh
episode.
yeah, we did. There's something else we meant to do. The Alizé.
Rocket
Rocket
Ryan
Ryan
Hennessy,
Hennessy.
but that just sounded miserable. Though last week I discussed my Lavelle. This is an exclusive just for the YouTube viewers. My Lavelle tour shirt. Well, I busted that out. There it is.
Very nice. Show
With
it
the
to
beer bottle on the bottom.
Camera can't see anything.
And then the worst possible font you could imagine for all the Freak Show tour dates on the back.
Oh my god! It's wide and
Like all stretched out awkwardly, I think.
yeah.
Kind of odd though, the Freak Show tour dates on an opener T-shirt. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that happens sometimes, but
But someone who's not on the label at the time, something different.
yeah, I guess
That's a thick boy too, by the way.
yeah. What kind of the 200% cotton?
Hanes Beefy Tee.
Beefy tee. Well, that's a good one. Thanks for sharing. Well, now that you're talking about that, do you just want to jump into merch? I mean, now that you've talked merch.
Oh, I guess, yeah. We'll save the stories and fixes and head to the merch.
Yeah. So,
Head to
okay.
the merch stand.
To them.
Got one on.
Chris is wearing one of these. It'll be the first one we talk about. So, Blaze had a little bit of merch before One Last G for the EP era, but we're trying to stick strictly as best as we can to the One Last G in the Hood era. First up on deck, you have the Flaming Logo shirt. So you had two versions of that. It was the red and yellow and the blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Debuting on the Bizarre Bazaar tour. But they
I
were
think that's where I got mine. I would guess. I don't know.
probably. And then they were also sold on the Freak Show tour.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure they got reissued somewhere down the line.
Yeah, that seems right.
But while we're talking about that, let me. Do I have this? I don't know. Let's just bounce back to a voicemail because I have one from Denver Chris that I labeled Blaze Flame Logo.
Okay.
But it's real long, so I don't know what else he talks about. So this could go totally wrong, but
Off the rails.
yeah, we'll see what he says here. Oops, I should probably put the volume up before I do that. Here we
You
go.
guys haven't updated the voicemail in fucking 3 months? What about listening to season 4? B to the L to the AZE, still dead, still don't give a fuck.
He likes to drop lyrics.
Anywho, gentlemen, could not be more geeks. You know I'm a Blaze alone. This era of fucking Blaze, even though all his shit gets progressively worse, even though today he wears his own merch to buy couches, this era of Blaze was so fucking cool. The albums, the EP and the LP were fucking bangers.
True.
Not to mention the merch. Give me all your Flames logo merch. Doesn't matter that I'm pushing 40. Give me all your Flames logo merch. This was Georgia 62, TCU 7. That's exactly what this era was.
Of course,
I
got to
don't
put
feel bad
Georgia
about
in
that,
it.
by the way.
No.
We would have fucking housed you guys by 3 touchdowns.
What does Michigan got to do with this?
Stuff on your stick.
Come on now.
And thank God, the Broncos inside Harbaugh and got Sean Payton instead. Fuck, that would have been a shit show. But I digress. This is not a
Disrespectful.
college or pro football podcast.
That is true. It is not.
As always, love you, gentlemen. Take it easy.
So yeah, that's Chris wanting all the Flame logo merch.
Yeah.
And throwing in some
Some
unnecessary.
unnecessary shots of Jim Harbaugh for no reason.
Yeah, come on now. Those are the two classic shirts, I would say.
Did you have either of the two?
Oh yeah, definitely had both. Still definitely have that one. I don't know if I still have the blue and yellow. If I do have them, they're way too big. So that's probably why I've cycled them out of the
this one's a little
rotation.
A little large.
I think my red and yellow one I have. Didn't I wear that on the? I wore that on some one that was
the last interview with Rob.
I thought I wore my.
That was like a pocket Blaze logo or something.
No, I wore my. There was the EP shirt.
Oh, is that
Back
what it was?
from the Dead? I think
okay.
So. It's weird when you're sitting. Like I don't. I try to sit close so you can really see what I'm wearing. But I thought I wore that somewhere along the line. Yeah. So I may be in the market for a blue and yellow one. And
I never got the blue and yellow one. I mean, I guess it wasn't fully Michigan colored. But
no, it's just cool.
Yeah.
I just like that. Next up, we have the full body picture of Blaze, which is first available at the Gathering, 2001.
It's from that photo shoot that's used throughout the album artwork.
Yeah, there's a couple of these that are all thrown in there. Then you have the Bloody Fingers, where he's throwing up like the east side.
I definitely had that and wore it out of control so many times at school.
Yes. And that also debuted at the Gathering 01.
Yeah, definitely purchased there. My Gathering 01 merch haul was out of this world. Just unnecessary.
Unnecessary is real funny. I'm trying to look. No, I went through my closet and there's a bunch of shirts that I'm trying to get rid of, and there's a couple Blaze ones that just don't fit me. Yeah. I thought that was one of them, but it doesn't. And I didn't want to push it on our social media because I thought that was wrong. So, although I really wanted to do it.
Sell merch through our social media.
Yes. Then you have the Blaze casket shirt, which that's the one where it's on the inside of the booklet where it kind of is like looking up at his like full body.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one after the CD came out. And I think it was sold on those comic conventions at first. Yeah. And then popped up on the web store.
Yeah, they had a big run in that early 2000s. We didn't really talk about it at all anywhere, but run of Comic-Con convention appearances.
They were just running like, a little
and it
portable.
wasn't like a few times people would show up for autographs or appearances, but it'd just be like all the names we mentioned in the hidden track, all those names they shout out. So all those guys just working the merch booth like crazy.
For here, I think the one that me and Rex went to, it was just Jump Steady and Rude Boy. Maybe it's because it was local. I don't know if they toured it or.
Did I send you that? I found a picture from that, and Rex is in it. His face is blurred out in the picture I pulled.
That's probably from us. That's like we posted that.
Yeah, it was from something in the Wayback Machine. I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that hair.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that's 100%. I took that picture. I probably still have it somewhere on a computer. Next up, we have two versions of Blaze and ABK.
Yeah.
It's called the One Less G shirt, which they both showed up in what we would call nowadays the mall shirt because they were at Spencer's or.
Kind of wild that he had merch in the mall too at the time. The guy just debuting in the label.
Yeah, I mean they were pushing it. The first time ABK was on a piece of Psychopathic merch.
Yeah, and he wasn't even on the. He was not on the label at the time.
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
Picture was similar. One of them was smaller, and then one of them had blood on them.
I was pulling it up now because I couldn't remember, but yeah, now I see it.
I emailed you all those.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm looking through. ABK with the cool flannel jacket with the hoodie on in that one.
Yeah, that's a iconic Blaze pose, right? I feel like they've used that Blaze pose other ways in other places. Like they just put the ABK, just kind of shoved them in there. All right, then the last one we have came out later. It's the Deluxe G edition. So when they put the two CDs together, they also debuted this shirt at the Gathering 2006. You pull that up? I really don't know.
That one looks very mall shirt like, just the cover graphic.
That's kind of cool. I kind of like the back.
The Deluxe G edition.
It's very like the Elite. Very AEW.
I was just gonna say that era of 2000s, like that font and like the splattery.
Yeah, and in a square.
Yeah,
like
very late 2000s. Everything looked like that, like tap out vibes.
It's not tap out vibes, but I don't hate that shirt. And so that's from what I gathered, all the shirts of that era. So there's a couple bangers in there, but definitely the flaming logo one is the the key. Let's jump to I have it next here. Posters.
Yeah.
2 posters, very reminiscent of the Most Tasteless posters, where there was like a promo and a regular.
Yeah.
There was a One Less G promo, and then a normal quote unquote poster. One of them obviously was given out or was
record store
deals. Yeah. Also, they had them outside of they lined the walls at the Hallowicked after party.
Yeah, I do remember that. Totally forgot about that till you mentioned it, but yeah, it hit my brain when you said that.
And I have a note here that they were sold quickly at the web store in Hot Hits, but they didn't have very many. Probably just because they had extras and they sold them.
Yeah, I don't think I had the promo one. I have just the regular web store version.
And do you have both? Is the only difference
the bottom, just like just like Most Tasteless? Yeah,
it doesn't say available now, but it has like the dates or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So, 2 different versions, and they're both 18 by 24, classic era 18 by 24 poster. So,
I'd like to hunt down. I traded it for other merch. The Psychopathic Riders Riding Dirt A. Because it's just it's such a gaudy, goofy thing. I wish I still had that one.
Yeah. See, I wasn't super into that one, but I get your...
Just because it's so ridiculous, kind of, oddball one.
Next up, we have jerseys. So
now we're talking. This is a banger.
So he's got 2 football jerseys. He's got the blue and the blue with the yellow logo and gold with the red logo.
Yeah.
Still the flame logo, if you will. Debuted at the Gathering 2001 in Toledo, and the versions came through. Like, they originally started with the large Hatchet Man on the sleeve, and then eventually went to the smaller ones, probably with a circle around them, right?
You got the OG here.
Yeah. That was mine, for sure. Huge, by the way.
I never had the footballs.
They were sweet.
The blue just seems so weird because all the imagery is
red and yellow.
So that's probably why I didn't grab any of the blue stuff at the time.
It works, though. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I just keep peeking over, seeing what you got going on over there. And then the hockey jerseys.
Now we're talking.
Same logo, but the jersey is red and yellow and white.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 versions are the original had a little bit of black in it in the patch, right? And then eventually they kind of aced that out and just went to a plainer one. The original debuted on the Bizarre Bazaar tour.
Sorry.
And had a number 1 on the back.
Yeah.
With the small Hatchet Man. So that one actually went in reverse. Original, number 1, small Hatchet Man. But then on the Freak Show tour, they came out with a larger Hatchet Man, and on the back said Dead Homie on the plate and number 1. So the one with the black logo is a little rarer.
That's the one I had.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I did not have the one with the Dead Homie on the back.
Both kind of cool. A little gaudy because they're just red and yellow. Very.
I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still cool. It's just...
I'm trying to think where I would have got it, though. Like, I'm thinking Gathering 01, but...
God, you dropped a shitload of money on merch.
Would they have switched it out, then? Maybe I got it on the... What'd you say, the Bizarre Bazaar tour had it?
Yeah, Bizarre Bazaar tour was started at.
I need to look through my pictures, because I think I have... I definitely sold it at some point, but that was the one I had, yeah.
Now, I should say this with a lot of these things. Magic Ninja has gone and reissued a lot of things. They may have redone that jersey.
Just slightly different. Well, it doesn't have Hatchet Man, so...
Yeah, but I want to say they may have with that hockey one.
Yeah, I feel like something at least similar. Not maybe exactly the same.
I'm trying to do a quick look, but I didn't know how to do it. I think, isn't he wearing that in one of the videos? Oh. Where is this from? Yeah, this is new. Or I don't know if that's new. That's him wearing it live
on the show.
Yeah. So if they didn't reissue it, he's worn it Like on a video or on that like a live. Like, where is this from?
That was the.
Is that one of the whatchamacallits?
Like the Attack of the Ninjas show, I think. Yeah.
This one is from him on tour with Twisted in 2017. So maybe that was the.
I was gonna say the
Most Tasteless tour.
Yeah, that was the Most Tasteless tour. That's what I was trying to think of.
So it's kind of hard to tell from that picture. That's a sweet ass picture, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine he wore the original. So maybe they did reissue that. I just, off the top of my head, I have not followed everything that Magic Ninja put out at that time because, goddamn, they put out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, everything we've covered has conveniently been right before the boom of, like, it's impossible to even cover what is out in that era.
Yeah. But that's really all the versions of the jerseys they had. 2 footballs, 2 hockeys.
Yeah.
If we go into hoodies, this little harder to pin down. The original Blaze Dead Homie hoodie, there were 3 colors. There were, and we're stretching this a little bit. They had black with red Hatchet Man, black with yellow Hatchet Man, and black with no Hatchet Man. They debuted on the Hatchet Rising tour, which is still in this era. It's slightly before, but
yeah,
because Hallowicked was where it came out, so I'll call that
still
good.
in the era, I'd say. Of
Yeah. Had the yellow Hatchet Man on the back. Then it had the red one.
And like the logo, different than the normal flame. That's the normal flame, you know.
Yep.
And then the hoodie ones.
Yeah, it's more
I'm not a
of
fan of that one.
Yeah, it's not a flaming logo. It's more just like almost like a graffiti logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my favorite. And then later they did have a flaming logo one. This may have been a little later, and they were just trying to recapture the flame logo.
It's a different version of the flame. It looks kind of bootleg.
Yeah, but that's like their new style of. I think those are the hoodies that had like, they weren't tight. They're just like the straight boys.
Yeah.
So.
And it has the little like hatchet gear patch or something on the arm.
So probably a little later than this era, but I think I just threw it in there because it was the flaming logo.
Yeah.
So.
I have to axe it. I don't know if it counts.
Yeah, it's possible. Sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't have a definitive date on a certain website that I was looking at. So whoever made that merch website must be a piece of shit. So we did shirts, posters, jerseys, hoodies. The only other piece of merch that I pulled were the flats, the 8x10 flats, or 8.5 by 11. Sorry. So the first ones he had were a little thicker than usual. They're still black and white, but they printed them for Blaze and ABK being at the Haunted at Terrortown. They did like an autograph signing, and that was at Halloween season 2000.
Full year then before it drops.
Yeah, so maybe this doesn't necessarily count.
No, but it's interesting to see.
Because I think that was the only place they were available.
Oh, really?
So, also, did I send you both pictures?
Yeah, the one that's like just the EP.
Yeah. Which one did I send you? Okay. So, I got one autographed, but I also somehow nabbed one that wasn't autographed because I'm a mark. So I have one
on file.
Yes, I have both of those on file. And then the One Less G one officially was debuted at the Gathering 2001. Again, flats are made to be signed.
Yeah.
But back in that day, me and my friends would like always want one that was unsigned.
You'd always bring somebody else to get signed, but then you'd want one, yeah.
I'd rather have them unsigned.
Yeah.
As a collector's whatever. But
unless I had a bar or restaurant, you have on the wall.
Yeah, where it's not fucking Pat's in Philly where you see who was there, but some of them you can't avoid. Like some of the oldest ICP ones, you're not getting one unsigned.
Yeah.
They're all something. But yeah, there got to a point where I would always try to nab one. I was always
your trick one autograph that we got.
I definitely still have that.
I need to get that framed to hang it up down here.
I have mine in a frame actually. But yeah, someday we should have like some kind of merch episode I always thought that would be a thing for each season, but we've just kind of incorporated it here. So, yeah, that is the Blaze merchandise. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Still, if you had to pick one of your favorites, what do you?
Oh, that jersey. That's one I wish I kept. I don't know whatever. I don't know if I'd ever wear it anywhere, but that was one of my favorites. I would rock that. That and the Lotus one, as we discussed that a couple seasons back. The red burgundy Lotus. Those two definitely stand out for me. And the Flame logo T-shirt. OG.
Yeah. If I had to get something now, it would definitely be like the Flame logo shirt.
One that fits.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wearing the jerseys by any means. Steve from Pittsburgh is texting me, so I'm trying to reply to him. He sent us a picture of his Hulk Hogan glass. Why does he have a Roman Reigns glass is the question. Is that the Hogan glass you have?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's like a mug.
He's got a mug. I got the actual, it doesn't have a handle on it. You know what I'm talking about? The
the one I have is like the...
Yeah, they have like a whole run of those.
It's like a goblet. Why does he have... Is that fucking Bob Vila?
I think so.
What a weird cabinet you have, Steve. Jesus. He calls something else something weird, too. I should have asked him. Not the pizza rolls, pizza nuggets. He calls like the vacuum cleaner the fucking sucky or something. Like it's something weird that I'm like, you call that? Like that doesn't make any sense. So, while we're talking about Steve, let's go back to some voicemails. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll just round out. Everyone's are in twos, so let's just. Where was this on? Was this about hood rats? I don't know, but this is Denver Chris chiming in, I think, about the Hood Rats episode.
If Blaze Your Dead Homie doesn't give head, and Tony Soprano doesn't give head, well then, goddamn it, neither am I. Goodbye.
I think he has a little backwards too, right? We don't know if Tony Soprano gives head or not. It's a junior.
Yeah, but yeah, Tony also. No,
wait, backwards. Yeah. They don't do it. Junior likes doing it. Sorry.
Yes. But they all did it. They just didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So, yes. Thanks, Denver Chris, for bringing that up. That Blaze is not a Bushman of the Kalahari.
We should have asked him that. We forgot to ask that when we talked to him.
There's a lot of things we could have asked him, but we did not. Do I want to listen to a minute and 20 seconds of this? We can. Well, give us a listen. And when you get sick of it, you let me know.
Okay.
Ah, shit. That fucking hurt my ears, man. What the fuck was that? Anyway, it's Schizo again. My phone was turned off, so I couldn't say stupid shit anymore. But, yeah, I don't know what to say again. I don't know. I just got my phone turned on again. I decided to call this shit.
Love that. We're his first stop.
So, I ate my fucking arm off, and they threw me in a mental home, y'all. Like, shit crazy out of here. And then I come back, and a clone of me and my brother made this shit. Time to cook me some taquitos, man.
Say Cheetos?
We need to start posting the videos that he sends us.
My anyway, I think I got new noises. I don't know. I don't remember what I said last time.
He's coughing.
But I can do this.
At least we got to the bottom of who made those noises.
Oh, fuck. Now I'm really itchy. Well, I'm dying. And I'm very itchy for some fucking reason.
Itching is dying.
Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore. So I'm just gonna wait.
Alright.
It's good to know that he's still kicking, because I feel like that came in a long time ago. That voicemail. He's still on Instagram sending us videos and whatnot, so good to see he's still alive.
Yeah, and we appreciate
the itchiness didn't take him.
And there's still time. It still could have. Oh, good old Schizo. What's his look up his Instagram.
I don't have my phone.
Oh, god damn it, okay.
It's Schizo Dub Rider.
Yeah, it's something weird, right? I just want to make sure that we are proper with what we are telling people how to follow one of our favorite.
He's an official Fatter Whack Packer, right? He's made a few appearances.
Oh, God, 100%.
He's always in our DMs. That's always a good way to join the Fatter Whack Pack.
Yeah.
Send us oddball shit.
Of course, they don't tell you what their fucking actual name is. Okay, so it's Schizo, SKITZO _ Rida.
Rida.
So, a lot of people that we follow him. So, I'm happy for that. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Part of the
Schizo.
circle. Always enjoy when he chimes in each season. At least once a season. He'll say something in the voicemails.
Yeah, he's always good for something. Juggalo's against Trump, follow him. That's all you need to know about that. All right, maybe we should go into some stories and fixes, because that'll tie into another voicemail that we have. These are kind of in order, and we'll try to remember what they were about.
We try to add them as the season goes, and then sometimes forgetting.
Yeah, I mean, we've done the season for fucking 6 months, so we forgot.
7.
We did not mention what the catalog number was.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, dropped the ball right off the bat.
And that's got to be on the original, right?
Yeah, because it's not.
No, I gotta look. I have it as Psychopathic 2750.
Yeah.
But I think that may be the
deluxe?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Well, I don't know what to talk about. I think it's that one. I thought it's on the spine there.
No, this one doesn't have anything. I think that's what we were talking about before. But how did I figure that out?
He is, for everyone listening at home, he is looking on the printed inner sleeve. Or not inner sleeve, inside the CD.
Yeah, I don't know. 27.
It must be that one because the deluxe edition is Psychopathic 4060.
Oh, there you go. So I can't believe they got into the 2750s already. So with the original. So, all right. So original is 2750, and what'd you say the deluxe was?
4060.
Jeez. All right, pushing it.
Don't know where we got that though. No, it was a long time ago, but we fixed it.
We did,
and it's officially in the canon. So fuck you if you don't agree.
Next we have Grave Ain't No Place.
Yeah.
We had a discussion about the lyrics, about Monoxide saying, "I've got your precinct in my pocket."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we didn't get the line right, but I've got your precinct in my pocket, meaning I'm paying off the cops.
Right.
So
I think you said that.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that doesn't sound right. Someone, probably Boy Kelly, told us that.
He did. He definitely gave us a lot of fixes on things our ignorance.
So that'll be coming up in a minute here. Somewhere along in that era, we were talking about level jumpers.
Yeah.
And couldn't figure out who was in it. And I think, or maybe it was the other way around. We were talking about Freeze, the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
F.R.E's. And he was in level jumpers.
Yeah. Do you want me to let you know who else was in it?
Of course.
So it was 3 MCs and producers.
Oh my God.
It was the ROC, Scraps, Freeze, and ROC's brother, Mr. YUG.
Isn't that 4?
Yeah. I think I'm going to say 3 MCs and a producer, but it says 3 MCs and producers.
Okay. Well, that still doesn't make sense, but okay.
Hey, whoever put this on, Discogs.
They know what they're doing.
They have 2 releases on here from 01 and 02.
I don't
Anyways.
know why the fuck we were talking about that.
About level jumpers?
Yeah. No clue. Next up, we have the phrase catch a lick.
Yeah.
Which means someone who is easy to rob, and it's an illegal way to quickly get money.
And that's what we definitely butchered. We did not know that.
No idea what that was. So yeah, I got that. In the context of it, I think they may have said it more than once.
Yeah, I feel like it popped up a couple times.
We may have caught it the second time, but
yeah, pieced it together maybe.
Not the first time. My next note is about Coney Island. So we must have been talking about our favorite Conies. Mm-hmm. I know we did earlier in the season. I don't know why I put it here.
Didn't we have a question early on in the season about Conies?
We did, but I don't know why it would have been here. It would have been earlier from a previous season, I thought. Why did I say... Which one is Play-Doh's?
That's a chain, right? There's a couple of them.
No, is that the one that's now the blue roof? No, that was Blazo's.
Yeah.
God, talk about 20 years
Forgot
ago.
about that one.
Oh, Plato's is the one in downtown, right? Downtown Garden City, like on Middle Belt and Ford.
Middle Belt and Ford.
Yeah.
I think a Garden City Cafe.
No, like by the watch, by the clock.
Oh yeah, there was one there. Yeah, you're
Is
right.
that Plato's?
I thought there was a few of them.
Maybe.
But we don't know why we made that note, do we?
I don't. We must have just been talking about local.
Oh yeah, local ones that hit up. Your question mark, you're probably wondering if it was still in existence. And then you also mentioned GJ's, which was also a Garden City one that's no longer in service.
It's not?
No, I don't believe so.
No, it is.
No, I think it's gone.
It used to be called something else, too.
Wasn't it Nick's?
I'm looking up Plato's. And Plato's is on Ford Road in Garden City.
No, GJ Diner is still there, apparently. I think it used to be called Nick's.
No. So that Kone, I'm sorry, GJ's has an awesome chicken and Swiss omelet.
Oh.
So fucking
Omelet,
good. Huh? Yeah. I always get it when I go there.
I haven't been there since before I could drive, like walking there, my buddy's house around that area. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that one.
Yeah, I never make it that way. It's the other part of Garden City. Don't venture that far.
They also had some kind of weird sting with waitresses fucking selling blowjobs, I think. So
it was called BJ's instead of GJ's.
Exactly.
Are you sure that just was an urban legend because of the name?
No, it wasn't. It was before they changed the name. Plato's is on Ford Road between Henry Ruff and Middle Belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Across from Arby's and Aldi's? Why would I have noted that Plato's? I've never been to that Plato's.
Yeah, I've been there. I don't think that's there anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. We must have just been talking about Kone's.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about the two downtown. Well, the two downtown that we go to, not American, because that's fucking garbage. And then the Senate we talked about.
Yeah. It's a little rundown, but they got the best chili cheeses in town.
That's what I heard. And then, yeah, I don't know where we were going with that. Then there's the Nationals and the Kirby's and the fucking all the Leos, but those are chain E. We must have just been talking about one-offs.
Yeah, maybe.
GJ's probably my favorite one-off for that.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. We were naming those chains and trying to name off just Coney ones.
One-off favorite, boys.
By the way, Cousin Aaron sent me a recipe for the Lafayette chili. Very, like, crazy ingredients and like, interesting. Cause I'm like, oh. Because, yeah, usually you have chili recipes. They're all about the same. Like, maybe a slight difference in, like, powder and stuff. No, this has, like, straight-up hot dogs in the chili, like ground up into like a powder or something, and like it said that sorry, if you could get beef heart, like grind up the beef heart.
Have you never heard that before?
Yeah.
Oh no, I've always heard that beef heart is like the key ingredient.
Yeah.
So
I need to make this. The official Lafayette copycat chili.
Yeah, it's funny that I've heard that. So I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, you're a chili expert, that's why.
I mean, I do make a lot of chili.
You know who makes a mean turkey chili? Jim Brandstander. He once told me that.
I forgot about that. Let's see. Next up, we've discussed who the power of the pen was, and that is Twisted and Blaze's writing credits.
Right. So writing together.
I don't know if I think maybe we alluded to that, but we didn't
fully specify.
We got to this later on, I think, in the Blaze interview.
Yeah.
But Juggalo Anthem, he reworked from a track he did before he was Blaze, and it was called Gangsta Anthem.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember where that really came from, like, or what part of it was. That's the one where he just like redid some of the lyrics in the beginning, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't talk about it on there, but God, so long ago.
Sorry, I am multitasking here while we are doing this, but...
Sorry for everyone watching, because I can't edit out my coughs.
I know, it's disgusting, so...
I've fighting something for the past 2 weeks. You know, it's July. Why wouldn't you have a virus just, lingering in
I
your
mean,
chest?
it is Michigan. I can't believe that we went a couple months without it. So, oh no, I lost my page. Here we go. Hood rats. So talking about should not be telling this story, but ABK.
You don't need to tell anyone. You just names could be.
Oh,
I
already just said ABK.
Yeah.
For some reason, we as a group, anybody killer was hanging out with us, and I wasn't around for this night. I think it was a girl that Tom was banging. Was friends with him, and so he came over, and he definitely brought his girlfriend.
Yeah,
and she definitely looked like our boy Bob. And,
looked like our boy.
And she definitely had sex with her on Tom's couch. That is the story that I heard. I also heard that he played everyone a song that we still talk about that has never come out.
I remember you telling this story before. Yeah.
So, Rex, if you called him right now, he would know the song like right off the top of his head, but. He would also probably. Do you think Rex is awake? Are they working at that? At that?
Is there an event going on?
Yeah. Do they have the late night?
Oh, like Eastern Market after dark.
Yeah. Do we even try it? Do you think he's awake?
He sometimes works the night shift too. There.
I mean, we're having fun, right?
Yeah.
2 calls in 2 nights. I mean, in 1 night.
No, 2 calls in 2 weeks.
No, Steve's was this week.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's okay. I'm not calling him from. Oh, hello.
You goddamn.
Mr. Rex, you are live on the podcast with Chris and Peter. What is going on?
What's up, pal?
I just wanted to check your memory and see if you recall things as quickly as I do.
Oh, God.
Do you remember, were you there the night that ABK was banging his girlfriend on Tom's couch?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Who did his girlfriend look like?
True talent Bobby Sheen.
Yes.
ABK still taking straight bullets on this episode, by the way.
No, sorry. Well, I mean, she could have been. Bob's a handsome man.
He is. He's very luscious locks.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. And then,
I mean, I'm totally fine.
I thought you were going to say you totally fucked up.
No, definitely not.
And then I wasn't there. Like, I was just recalling all of this, but that's the same night that he played that Lotus track for you guys, right?
Fluke, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
There we go.
So how has that never come out?
I don't know, because it definitely fucking exists.
Yeah, and it was just him and Shaggy, right?
I think Madrox did the hook, but I could be wrong. This was like fucking, 20 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time
Interesting
ago.
duo, though, him and Shaggy.
Yeah, maybe we can dig that up,
yeah.
too.
Certified banger, if I remember correctly.
And he was coming around because he was friends with Wendy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that...
So.
That's weird. So, that was a weird era.
Yeah, super weird.
But, that's what we do. Hey, thanks for picking up. We appreciate it. We're 2 for 2 on people picking up our phone calls today.
Nice, fuck yeah.
What a run.
So what are you up to today? We don't want to just call and run. We want to see how you're doing. Are you...
Well, I mean, I just had to pause AEW Fight Forever. You're on story mode.
Yes.
Busy Friday night.
Yeah, we thought maybe you were working, so we thought it was okay to call you. But, well, that's good.
Yeah, business as usual.
All right. You're staying happy and healthy? We care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, happy enough, healthy enough. Mr. Happy, if you will.
All right. Well, I don't want to hold you up from winning the All Atlantic Championship or whatever you're doing right now. So
play an exploding ring match for me.
Yeah, throw a bomb at someone for us.
I'll do that.
Hey, what's your favorite local Coney Island? Not downtown, but Garden City, Coney Island.
Oh God, what? That's not even a real thing. Like, I guess Plato's.
See?
Yeah. Garden City Cafe is that more a
Garden
restaurant
City
now?
Cafe is a shithole.
Oh, you got all fancy. What are you talking about?
That place.
See,
their chicken tender pita doesn't even slap.
It does. He's crazy. Don't listen to this guy.
See, we were writing down a list, and I have Plato's, but I've never been to Plato's. If I'm calling a local one, I'm going to GJ's.
You know what's good? We didn't mention L. George's.
El George kind of slaps.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
There's one right by the Kroger's over here, and there's one in like Ypsi, like on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, but now we're going now there's too many of them.
There's like 2 or 3.
One-off boys. What was that one that was on the corner of Cherry Hill by Tom's house? That place was horrible.
Oh yeah, that one.
And then Coney Island, and then also the Greek Flame.
Yes, the Flame. I remember.
Everyone not in the Metro Detroit area listening is completely confused by our discussions today.
No, that one was terrible. That was the worst Coney Island ever. But yeah, I'm going GJ's.
That's not a bad choice.
Is that still open? Chris doesn't think it is. I think it is.
I don't know. Nothing's open like late anymore.
Well,
they might have like daytime hours.
Yeah, I just meant
Who
like.
wants to go to fucking GJ's in the middle of the day?
Yeah, I know. That's definitely a nighttime get a Hummer from the waitress, right?
Yeah, usually.
Usually.
I mean, yeah.
Blazo's was a Coney Island, right?
Yeah. And a pie place.
Pie shop.
A pie shop?
Yeah. I thought it was both, but I know it was known for pies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is good Coney talk. We'll have to save this for the Coney podcast.
That sounds like a fucking great podcast. I'll listen to that too.
Well, you're going to be a host of it with us, so.
Okay, here we go. Moving up.
All right. Well, yeah, we don't want to keep you too long. We appreciate you coming on and talking about ABK's girlfriend in 2001.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll have to catch up and grab Coney sometime, so keep me in mind and we'll hang out too.
All right, fellas.
All right, catch you later, sir. Thank you. Bye. Look at us using the telephone like human beings. All right, so there you go.
Yeah.
Fluke is the Lotus track that.
You know, we've discussed One Last G with 2 of the producers, the main man himself, Blaze. ABK, maybe we'll have a bonus down the line added to this season. We need to talk to ABK, and then we could ask him about the Fluke.
That wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
Now I am fixing something. Let's see. Juggalo Rewind Season 4. That's where we are. Oh, we need to play a voicemail for this. So, Hood Rats.
Yeah.
We got a voicemail from our friend, the Old Man Pizza.
Pizza Man.
Talking about the lyric, hide and go get it.
Yeah.
So let me pull up this.
One we definitely didn't know.
We did not. This is kind of long, but it's definitely fucking funny.
Hey, guys, it's Tom, pizza guy, worm guy, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I've been crazy behind on the podcast. There's an acquisition at my work that
you don't need to hear your details.
Free time I had at work to listen to podcasts.
Wow.
Doing construction on my house, a bunch of shit. So anyways, I'm getting caught up. I'm on the Hood Rats episode. You talked about hide and go get it. ABK says playing hide and go get it in Hood Rats. I actually worked with a guy for like 10 years who was probably about the same age as ABK and would have grown up in Detroit at the same time and shit. And he used to always tell me about hide and go get it, and I thought it was just some pervy shit that he did. But apparently, it's a thing. So what he said it is basically you split guys and girls up into teams, and then it's essentially hide and go seek. But whoever is the finder, when you find the person on the other team that's hiding, you basically try to get as far as you can with them. Hook up, try to fuck them, kiss them, whatever you're doing. Hopefully it's consensual.
Hopefully.
I always thought when he was telling me that, I was like, bro, how are you not in prison? But yeah, I guess that's hide and go get it. Find them and fuck them. All right. I'll get caught up real quick here. Sorry I've been slipping. Keep it up. Love the show. All that good stuff. See ya.
Hide and go get it definitely sounds better than find him and fuck him.
Yeah. Like, I guess I couldn't even, I wanted to make jokes during it, but I mean, how do we even, talk about
That's
that?
good, though, to hear a story from someone in the old Detroit neighborhood who was playing the same game.
Yeah. Here's another one from, while we're just talking about the Pizza Man, so.
Hey guys, it's Tom, formerly known as Pullman Pizza.
Formerly, he's not losing that name.
I just make it a habit to, there's a hotline, and kind of like the Juggalo days of yore, just calling to see if maybe I could find any little tidbit nuggets of information about season 4. That's all. Miss you guys. This podcast. Cool.
So he's just saying that he misses us. So
maybe a little teaser though for season 5, as he said he wanted to call and try to find out about season. This is early then, trying to find out about season 4, but we never updated. So maybe we could pull it off for season 5. A little preview.
Today or
no? I'm saying on the hotline as people can call and we'll try to get a little tidbits, nuggets. Something we always joked about but didn't actually do. Yeah,
I feel like sometimes in the past I've dropped little things, but I don't think we've like outwardly done it.
Yeah.
But we've dropped little hints.
Yeah. We do have season 5 locked and loaded though, and almost ready to go. Not recorded, but like we have it. We know what it is. You don't. You don't yet.
You don't. Well, a couple people know.
Ooh, you spilling the beans. The one who gave us the idea.
Oh, yeah, no, that's also true. Yeah, no, we've had a couple of people, and that's something else I need to remember now that we're talking about it, but I'll make a note, or we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Last thing that I have in the fixes is we talked about in You Can't Hurt Me, the leather jackets, the psychopathic leather jackets. I think I fucked all that up. They were sold in 2000, and the Hatchetmen were red.
Yeah.
I thought it was like leather on leather, but the Hatchetmen were definitely red. I thought it was
these
like
are the Leatherman.
No.
These are straight up leather coats, on the back, right? They had the big Hatchetman.
Yeah, it's not like not the Letterman ones. It's just the straight, like the long leather boys. And I thought that the Hatchetman was the same color, but it's not. They were red.
Yeah,
like that was. I don't know why I was fixated on that not being the case.
Thought they were black on black ones.
Kinda. I messed up my Zoom, so this is all screwy. Let's see. While we're talking about fixes, let's just go to this because I don't really recall what he said. So we've been talking about Boy Kelly, and he gave us some fixes here. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, while we're talking about updates, we might as well just do this now, right?
Hey, Peter. Hey, Chris. This is your Boy Kelly. And
hey, Boy Kelly.
Every once in a while,
it's a good boy.
You guys need a little help with the slang that the rappers on the albums that you're covering are saying in their songs. Now, as we listen to Blaze Your Dead Homies, Hood Rats, there's a part where he says toss up, and you guys were having a little trouble. Well, a toss up is a very easy girl who's willing to perform sexual acts with nearly any individual. Sometimes they'll do that at parties. And so that's what a toss-up is. Fits very much into the song. And I believe there was a Naughty song called It's a Toss-Up on Life After Death, which
there you go.
You can tell is about pretty much the same thing. So just wanted to share with you a little knowledge about slang.
Sounds like a professor telling us about it.
The Juggalo Rewind podcast. You'll be hearing from me again soon. Goodbye, fellas.
Goodbye. Thank you for. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. That's a good one.
Toss up.
Yeah, and then he comes back with another correction right here.
Hey, Chris and Pete. This is your boy Kelly again, and I forgot that I wanted to clear up another bit of slang from a previous episode. The Straight Outta Detroit episode, there was the point where in the original Straight Outta Compton song, Ice Cube goes, AK-47 is the tool. Don't make me act the motherfucking fool.
I didn't know he was a rapper.
On the Blaze version, Welcome to Detroit, or not Welcome to, Straight Outta Detroit, you guys were having a little problem with that one line there. And what he was saying was, a chrome throwaway is the motherfucking tool. And what a throwaway gun is a firearm
usually a handgun or revolver, that is used
Kelly talking about guns
for illegal purposes, but you're only going to use it for one instance. Then you're going to throw it away. Usually doesn't have, serial numbers on it. It's unregistered. It's, untraceable to a certain extent, So what he was saying was, chrome throwaway is the motherfucking tool. So, hope that clears things up for you as I help you learn the slang that happens to be in various rap tunes throughout the history of rap music. So that was your boy Kelly.
He's a rap historian.
With another lesson of rap slang.
Another lesson of rap from boy Kelly.
Peace out.
I love that. I wish that could be like a segment. We may have to start looking into doing that.
Need a little jingle for him. Here comes Professor Kelly with his lessons of rap.
But then we have to know ahead of time what we do, what we do and
screw
don't
up.
know. So, let's see. Oh, the Zoom on my sheet just went fucking crazy. Come on now.
I thought you had Zoom pulled up, you're about to
No,
call
I meant
someone.
the Zoom on my the literal percentage Zoom. What else do we have? Let's see. We don't have much else. I can go into our emails real quick. I think I had one tying up here.
I do believe, back to the Chrome throwaway, someone else, I believe, messaged us or DM'd us somewhere. Someone else gave us that as well. So
Really?
shout out to whoever you were, I forgot. But
Thanks to whoever you were.
I think it was also pointed out one other time. And yeah, that makes total sense hearing it. How did I not catch that?
We got a couple emails from our boy Ryan, the Fear the Beard.
Yeah, Beard Man.
Who we saw at Astronomicon. He asked us two questions. One is pretty quick, and I can say no. Were we at the Toledo drive-by show where Blaze announced that he found out he was off psychopathic?
No, that's interesting that he announced it on the show.
I think we may have been, me and I get that era confused, so I don't know. But no, we were not at that show.
It lines up, though, the interview with Blaze, where he's like, I'm on the road, and he's like, I'm out here now. And
yeah, that was a different one.
Oh, was it?
A different time.
Second time. Yeah,
this was the last time where it was that's literally where he went to Magic Name.
Oh, okay.
The other question, I know this is kind of throwing you for a loop. You may not know this right away. He's asking for top 10, and I respect the list, but if you just give me one or two. Your favorite Blaze songs that are not on the EP or on One Less G?
Shotgun, that's up there.
Shotgun's a good one.
Yeah. The one we both love.
That would be my number one.
No.
Escape Artist.
Escape Artist, that's up there, yeah. It's hard to do it without having it all pulled up in front of you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dub saxophone one.
Yeah, there's a couple fun ones on there. Walk It Out is a fun one. But yeah, if I'm going number one, I
Mr.
can't
Dead Folk.
Mr. Dead Folk's a good one.
10 Bodies, Sleeper.
See, I like the other one that's on there. The fuck, I always forget what it is. But yeah, he's got a lot of good ones, and I'm sure we'll talk about those.
Yeah, I would need to do a little prep to make a top 10 non One Less G.
Yeah, sorry.
List.
Yeah, that wasn't fair that I threw that on everyone.
Any that come to mind though, top ahead that you had too? Not.
No, Escape Artist was my number one for sure. What is the other fucking...
Tokyo Spas.
Tokyo Spas, real fucking funny. Bye, Scott. There was another... Bitch Shut Up was the other one.
Oh, yeah.
On Psychopathics from Outer Space 2.
Yeah.
I think I like that one better than 10 Bodies. But.
What's the one that has the real heavy voice? Sounds like he's bootleg from fucking Dayton Family on it. With it since day one. East side to the DOS, bitch, so blaze up, isn't the name of it?
Maybe.
Yeah, he sounds like bootleg from Dayton. His voice is so deep and gravelly on that one.
Yeah, he's got a couple in that era too, where I think we've talked about it where he does that and he has like he like overlaps his voice with like two different. Those are real sweet. So no, he's got a lot of good ones. I hate to say I'm not familiar with all the newest ones like on Cadaver or any of those.
I really dig Cadaver, but like I can't name a track. Like
a banger.
Yeah, it's just one I haven't listened to enough. But I remember every time I've listened to it, I've really enjoyed that one front to back.
It's not a Blaze track, but I mean, I want to get this right. I will look it up. It's on Songs of Sam Hain 3.
Yes.
His verse on My Head.
Yeah, that's a
fucking
good one.
ridiculous. So I love that song.
Yeah.
I know it's not a hymn song, but that and the P3-1. I know he's not on that one, but those are like the two that are fucking awesome on that CD.
I like the Halloween one. Is like, I got 1031 in my blood. Yeah. I love that one.
Oh, the horror. That CD's sweet.
Yeah, I'm not into the horror. I need to give him a try because I love that.
The two with Venomous 5 are sweet on that CD.
Yeah, man. Talk about an album that I wish would have come, actually released after hearing Songs of Sam Hain.
Yeah.
Venomous 5, but we're talking 2001, not 2023.
Yeah.
We did want to talk about Zool, but someone didn't get back to us.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I got words to say to the Zools.
We do.
Next time I see them Zools.
One more thing that I wanted to put in here, but I want to make sure that I have accurately, is that we haven't really talked about it, but in our weeks off, I was on a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't really discuss it here. But I want to make sure that it's... I want to give the accurate information on it. And of course, my phone isn't working, so I can't give the exact whatever.
It's Wrestling Cheers, though, right? Is the name
That's what I thought of. God, how did you know that?
I haven't even listened to your episode.
What? How have you not listened to it?
It's hard to keep up on things.
It is. I just wanted to make sure that was there wasn't like something else weird. But you're right. Wrestling Cheers. It is a couple. I'd say it's 5 or 6 episodes deep. It was from June 1st.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear,
I meant to listen to it and I totally forgot, fell off, and now that you mentioned it, I'm like, I gotta go back and check it out.
So if you want to hear me talk with the boy Justin Summers, then
not Fear the Beard, right? It's a different guy.
Different guy.
They both are the same person in my brain.
That's funny. So go check that out. We talk about wrestling. We talk about Juggalo nonsense. Wrestling Cheers. That is it wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
For a second, after saying we talk about Juggalo, wrestling nonsense, Cheers, I'm like, oh, it talks Cheers on there?
Might as well have. Kind of did. I kind of did bring up the Cheers. The
theme on there?
The one the Dayton family did.
That's a show I'd like to binge when it was fucking so many seasons.
Yeah, that was good. All right, I think we're winding this down.
Yeah.
We've kind of wrapped up we've done a lot of voicemails, we've done a lot of phone calls, we've done a lot of stuff here.
I've hacked up my lung.
You have. What do we want to, weren't you saying something last week that we were going to wrap up, like how, it's like a ranking. It wasn't like songs, because we've kind of done that over time.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Oh, one thing we did mention during the year, the number of songs on there that are just Blaze, 5.
That's crazy.
So one third of them are just him.
I mean, it makes sense. He's the new guy with everyone else being sprinkled on it, but then you got ABK who equally shows up on there. So you have 2 new guys, showing up on tracks. Interesting. Yeah. But which goes back to when we thought Drive-By was like, oh, everyone's duos. You got the 2 clowns, you got the 2 stoner zombies, and then you got the 2
thugs,
hood thugs, hoodlums,
and then Sin debuting too. You got a lot of new people on there. So yeah, I guess what we always kind of throw in here, like, where is it in the Juggalo canon?
Yeah, is it an all-timer? Is it a classic? As we discuss, I think it's for no debate on that end.
No, it's gotta be. Like, there are, as I'm stretching, I forgot that we're, oh no, it's the camera. The camera still works, right?
It's on.
There are some ups and downs. But overall, yeah, certified 100% A plus Juggalo classic, right?
Yeah, I mean, spending this much time with it, you find the areas where, like you said, there's dips, and it's so loaded, top heavy, that almost is an issue. You kind of get a lull in tracks that you kind of do like, but you get so many bangers early on. That's it, and then like obviously we have the issue of different time, things that didn't age well. Yeah. That like if we kind of discussed this a little bit. Was it last week? I don't remember. Earlier this episode of young juggalos coming in and not growing up in the era and listening to something. You're coming in cold listening to it. Like, yeah, is that a big turn off? Stuff that doesn't sit well in 2023. I don't know. Removing that from it though, I still think it's a great album. Bangers on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're right. You can't judge it in today's. You can judge it in today's standards, but not like that. You can't take away points from.
Yeah, it doesn't take away what you enjoy in the album, like the sound of it, lyrics and all. And then, yeah, we're obviously swayed by nostalgia. That's kind of a theme of this whole podcast. Yeah, that factors in. But taking those lenses off and viewing it as an album, it's clunky at times, maybe a little bit. Could probably remove a couple tracks.
Yeah, but again, like I think I started to say that, but not even your favorite albums aren't perfect, right? You still have to compare some better than some worse. Like you can't have 15 bangers. It has ups and downs. Every album does. Even if you're going Juggalo, like Riddlebox has up and downs, or Shangri-La has ups and downs. Freak Show has up. Like most Tasteless does. It's just how it is.
I think there's definitely pacing issues with it. I think it's just. So, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of heavy banging tracks in the top end, and then maybe a little lull in the middle, and then coming back at the end. You kind of have the I'm a Dead Body theme hammered maybe a little too much.
Yeah.
But, these are just nitpicky things, like spending this much time with it. But, yeah, I think it didn't sway my opinion that it's a all-time Juggalo classic. It's the fourth album we picked to review, and I think it deserves that placement on, not fourth of all time, just as one that we picked to like, it has a big impact in the Juggalo world. Blaze himself mentioned it. He's like, kind of kicked off the family area, and we joked, patting yourself on the back. But I mean, this is where like the ball was rolling down the hill
for sure.
And this comes out when things are just like steamrolling, and like you said, here comes Sin. Oh, they gotta like.
It literally came out during the middle of the Hatchet Rising tour, which is people say was like the best tour they ever had, and they were all together and
like modern people, and even like. There was that run in like the late 2010s of like Psychopathic had a bunch of people on the label and things were kind of like clicking. So, everyone has their eras, but like you got to look back at what it was at the time and you're like, oh, you had Twisted and ICP and Blaze and here comes Zug Island and like, yeah, your tours are getting bigger and you're doing movies now and all that stuff. And it all kind of.
You're doing movies and stuff now.
I'm just saying like the Juggalo community before that was. Not really a subculture. I feel like 2001 is when it like expanded and started becoming this.
Yeah, not to say it was
entity of.
Yeah, people say like it was mainstream, quote unquote, but no, it just got bigger and like thicker and fuller.
And it was mainstream, like Malenko, Jecko Brothers, maybe even Bizarre even because they had the couple tracks on the radio. That was bigger then, but it was bigger in the sense of. People would buy that CD like they'd buy any other CD. It wasn't big in the sense like this subculture of Juggalos was big. It was just more casual. People bought it. But in 2001, when this came out and Hatchet Rising and stuff, the Gathering started expanding. I think this almost is the kickoff point of that.
Kickoff point, yeah. It was. I don't know if it was the kickoff point, but I'm not even in the microphone. Not the kickoff point, but definitely like in the epicenter of that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I
would almost put that 01 Gathering as like the big boom of like the jokes. Because even the 2000...
Thanks to Greg Valentine.
Even the 2000 Gathering, it still felt like just fans showing up to something. Yeah. I mean, you're still Juggalo and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. It just felt like 01 was kind of like the boom that like...
Yeah, I'd almost argue 02 was like the first one out. I know it was still in the Midwest, but that wasn't just Detroit, Toledo. Now it's like we're traveling.
Right.
And we're getting hit with, what do you call it? Pepper spray. But no, like, I get it. It's definitely the era for sure. You kind of mentioned it, and I know this is putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this isn't like a number 4 Juggalo album.
No, I just meant that, to pick it this early in the seasons, I think it is worthy of being picked.
Of respect.
Of that early of it. Not saying it's the 4th best Juggalo album of all time, but it's...
Very quickly, though, where you don't have... no one will hold you to this. Yeah. But are we talking like top 5, top 10, top 20?
I'd put it in my 10, just top of head, I'd say, for sure.
I don't know many that I'd put above it.
Yeah. Oh, like, including anything. Yeah. I mean, Most Tasteless, that first Tales, 1 and 2 season.
Oh my God, you're going...
Those are high up there. I'd definitely put this over Wizard of Hood. But, you know, got a couple of Joker cards that got to be tossed up there high.
Yeah.
Green Book might...
I guess saying top 5 would be very hard, but top 10 is not a stretch.
I could make the argument, but yeah, I'd have to sit and work that out. But 100% a top 10er, I'd say. Yeah, right behind Flip the Rat, probably.
All right, I can't handle you anymore. I think that's probably about it.
Yeah, but hey, anyone listening, anyone still there, anyone watching, let us know what you think. Was this the kickoff of the golden age of Juggalo music? Was it the family era birth? Was it your top 5, top 10?
Yeah, I'm curious. Anything about this season, let us know.
Yeah.
We may not be able to air it, but if we could like clip it and put it in social media or something,
right.
Like, yeah, we're
keep
curious.
the discussion going. That's even previous seasons. That's something we don't really discuss. Once we get the website going, we kind of want to have always open-ended of expanding the history and the story behind it. And, of course, our dick jokes and shit will be lost for the season, but we always want to uncover more stuff from these albums.
Yeah, and we like people's opinions. That's why we do it.
And hit stories. We love telling our stories. Let's hear yours.
Yeah, for sure. What else? I mean, I think the last thing we always do is just thank people. So thanks to all the listeners for getting us through this season. That is you, everyone who has subscribed on Facebook, on YouTube, or on any of the podcasting platforms.
Yeah. Left a review, left a stars on Spotify.
Told someone about it. We obviously want to thank all the people who helped us by being on the podcast this season. So we're talking Fritz the Cat, Blaze the Dead Homie twice, technically, Rob Humphrey, Mike P. Yeah, we had a lot of people.
Shout out to Fritz too. Always like answering. We send him a question, he'd answer quickly. Give us a little snippet here and there was cool. So
yeah, that's the whole second part of that. Like, thanks to him and to everyone at Magic Ninja for giving us. If you haven't gone back, and I don't know how this didn't blow up more, 2 clips from songs that no one has ever heard that we debuted. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is me starting to go off on a rant, and I'm going to really try not to. But how I respect that everyone in the podcast game helps each other to a certain point and then like wants to be competitive, and we're competitive. Like, we're friendly with the guys at ICP with We or Juggalo Judgment and Underground Table. I mean, we've created a little community, we've weaved our way into their community.
And befriended Deck Wendell, also another Juggalo podcast out there.
So like, we're friendly with them, but I think we help them. And they help, everyone helps each other. But like, the fact that we interviewed Blaze and debuted 2 songs that no one has ever heard, and it didn't get any bigger than our group is just fucking astonishing to me. So
no, we didn't debut, we only gave it a little snippet, so maybe people were upset they didn't get the whole thing.
I don't know. I still think we did a very good job. Different seasons, I feel like we've hit different points and done things well. This season, fucking just the people we had on and the directions we took, I think.
Yeah.
Pat ourselves on the back.
Exceeded expectations going into it, because didn't even think we'd go down those routes, but it kind of organically happened, so it was cool.
I'm with you. Those things that we every season said we wanted to do, and this one we actually did. So
yeah, not many got missed. Outside of the bonus season, we wanted to wedge in the middle of it that fell apart, but
that's okay.
Next year
we got a lot of stuff going that worked out well. So thank you to all those people that were on the podcast. Thank you to Magic Ninja for helping us out with all of that. Specifically Fritz, but I mean Mike, greased the wheel on that a little bit. And then, everyone who listened, who called, who emailed, who voicemailed, who texted. We wouldn't be doing it if people didn't listen and didn't enjoy it. So, thank you to all of our family who allows us to do this and waste time doing our bullshit. And then, lastly, as always, I thank Chris for doing this with me, because otherwise I don't know how we would get through this. Especially, I mean, over the past, I'd say, month or two, this has been really rough for me, to be honest. Like, I've had a lot of shit going on, and it's just been hard to do social medias and all that shit. And we've gotten through it, but I definitely couldn't be plowing through if you weren't there helping. So. Yeah,
I'm fine on the back end social media. I need you to steer the ship here. I can't steer the ship, so I'm here to sprinkle in dick jokes and nonsense. So.
Oh, jeez. Sprinkle your dick over here. I think that is it. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but we will follow up.
I don't know. We can keep going. My cough kind of suppressed after I discussed the album.
We will end this by reminding everyone to continue to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and what's the other
one?
Threads.
I think that you signed up for it, and I don't even know what it is.
Can't remember what it's called. Everything is at Juggalo RWD.
Yeah.
Follow us on, or follow, I guess it's still follow, on any, man, I'm slurring my words. It is getting late.
He had a couple booskies, I think.
Booskies. On all social, god damn it, not social media, on podcasting platforms. Apple, Google, Stitcher.
YouTube, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Tell your Alexa to play it when you're in the living room, in the kitchen. If you're leaving your house, like you're going on vacation, be like, hey, Alexa, play the entire Juggalo Rewind Season 4. Just let it roll. Just
see what happens.
Pad them numbers for us for some reason.
I thought you said you didn't like that. We like natural numbers.
I mean, they're naturally letting their dog listen to it at home, maybe. I don't know.
I left the TV and radio on for the dog the other day, and I think he seemed to like it. But I didn't let him listen to this. He's not old enough.
He's not old enough.
So find all those, subscribe so that it hits you every Thursday morning, so you don't have to go searching for it.
Because right around the corner.
Oh, we got to take a little break here.
I know. I'm just saying.
A little time off.
You don't know when it's coming. You got to subscribe to know.
That's why you follow us on social media, and maybe call the hotline. Maybe we'll give you little hints there. So rate, review, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and as we said, subscribe so that it hits you when it comes out. But we'll give you all the knowledge of Season 5 when it comes. I'd say within a month, maybe. Give us a little break scheme.
Yeah, we did. I feel like we've got a good jump start on the homework end. Yeah, a little break. Maybe bank a couple. Give us a little start.
Yeah, it's going to be, we're doing something a little different, so we may need a little extra back end help.
Yeah.
So we'll make that work. Okay. Season 5 in the books.
Closing the casket for the last time, Blaze. Put the dirt on. He ain't crawling back out. Not this time.
You're not knocking on that door anymore. So I can take my tape back now?
Yeah, the tape. The lights can finally change. The studio, if you're watching. Blow out the chic blood candle.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Season 4 in the books. We will see you soon for Season 5. Juggalo Rewind, thank you very much.